YouTube, what's going on? It's Heat, my dude Poppy. Welcome to the second official podcast of Carolina First, brought to you by Beyond and not on the stat sheet. We got a lot to talk about, not enough time to do it. Poppy, take it away with that first drive in the first quarter.
Oh, the first drive in the first quarter.
Or actually, we was on defense, so let's start with the defense.
I would say the defense looked really, really good. So I noticed that Deion Jones made a big play right off the gate, the second down, because he stopped Derrick Henry, and then on the next play, Derrick Brown tipped the pass to cause the punt. So we had a solid first series. We had a 3-and-out. Everybody looked good, stepped up. What do you think about it?
I thought the D-line looked great. I mean, of course, I said in the previous podcast, somebody had to D up D-Hop, and what did he do on the first play?
Oh, yeah.
We didn't D up on him, but D-Hop did not hurt us this game, which I didn't think he would, but I figured he'd get one or two good ones. Derrick Brown looked fucking phenomenal.
Oh, he's been doing it all year.
I mean, the D-line looked great. They definitely stepped up in that first series on defense, and they sort of set the tone. We kind of lost some momentum later, which we'll get to that. But, I mean, I had good feelings going in after that first series. I mean, they got a first down on first down, and then after that it was a 3-and-out. And, I mean, couldn't ask for much more for opening series.
Oh, yeah.
And
then
we roll into. Go ahead.
I said then we go into the offense, and then like we've been saying all year, we needed some play action. We need to do something. And then the first play, what did they do? Play action to Mingo for 22 yards.
Yep. Right out the gate. I mean, I like that. I'm just impressed Mingo didn't drop the damn ball.
Oh, man. It happened, though.
Oh, yeah, it happened. We'll get to that, too. But
yeah.
I like that we started using Bryce's skills better. We rolled out instead of keeping him in the pocket. Like, he's not a pocket passer. He can't see over the line. And, like, we could go all day about Bryce's height. We got to use his strength. His strength is rolling out, which he did a lot of that in this game, which we'll talk about that when it comes up. But we went 4 plays, 23 yards. We had the ball for 3 minutes. But what was up with that third down? Like that, it had to be a busted play.
Oh, that pitch play where they had to punt.
Like yeah. it had to be a busted play. It just I don't know what I hope it is. I hope that's not a design play.
Hey, you know what? We're just gonna chalk it up as a busted play because it went from sugar to shit. You know, the first play they open it up is aggressive. Everybody's like, yeah, you know, you was hyped too. You know, like, oh yeah, like this is what we doing today.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we started out first series both in offense and defense. What we want. I mean, obviously I'd want us to drive down and score to start the game, but you know we're not there yet. But you know, we didn't go 3-and-out. We gained some yards, played some field position, something to build on. But we'll get to play calling. I feel like we're going to go to that a lot because we'll get there. I don't even want to start now because it's just going to the stream's just going to go down like it's going right now. I'm looking at it and it's looking a little fuzzy. Um, on that note, guys, if the stream's fuzzy, I'm having internet issues. I've had it all day, so I apologize. Usually the stream's pretty crystal clear and at least 1080p, but hopefully that'll fix itself here in a few minutes. But we can go on to the second series on defense, unless you want to add
Oh
to the offense.
no, you know as we go more in depth of what's going on, what we saw was our what our identity is going to be from here on out. It's going to be run, play action, and we're going to get it going that way.
Yeah.
It looks very familiar of another style of offense that was ran last year. So we get into the defense of the second series. What'd you see that you liked?
Um, I actually saw Burns on the field doing something.
Well, you couldn't miss him with that big elbow brace on.
Yeah, no, I mean he got a sack in that series.
Yep.
Um, we I'm gonna tell you that fourth down, um, that fourth down, if Von Bell had stayed home and not rotated up to linebacker, they would not have got that first down. Them motioning that they're what's that defensive lineman they put in on the big set.
Simmons.
So yeah, when they motion Simmons, the,
Mm-hmm.
like at worst you're backside linebacker now. Why are you rotating up like that? You should have stayed down. Like you're not gonna get him from the weak side of the field if he motions and makes it the strong side. Like he should have stayed at home. He would have ate one of those blockers. I mean, Derrick Henry could have fell for 2 yards. We don't know, but
Yeah.
we'd had a better chance to stop him there. And they did score on that drive, right?
Yeah, that was the long one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The
that was a long.
91 yards,
Yeah, the 15
9 minutes.
play, 91 yards, like 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Um, DB's Jackson was playing soft,
Mm-hmm.
like real soft. Like I couldn't believe like he's like extra ultra Charmin soft.
Yeah, because I don't know what was going on because it seemed like he was majority of the big plays that were happening. It seemed like it was happening on him.
Yep,
It was either happening on him or around him. It's just, you know, I think he got targeted this game a lot.
yep.
Um, that's pretty much it for that because that ended the first quarter, man. But you want to know something that was very impressive about that first quarter?
What's up?
You know how many yards Levis threw for in
Nah,
that first
I
quarter?
think it was 99.
99 yards, man, in the first quarter. And Bryce had, I think, 36 or something like that. Yeah, he had 36.
Yeah,
And then we went into the second quarter, 0, 0-7. We were down a touchdown. It wasn't the first quarter is what you expected. Actually, Tennessee's offense, what we saw was exactly what we're trying to run here in Carolina.
yeah,
That ball control, keep keep the pace of the game how we want it, make their defense cold, or make their offense cold where they have to come out and pass. But what did you think about Bryce's play in that first quarter before we go into the second?
Um, I felt like he was a little bit more comfortable. I felt like we were using his strengths um, more than we have been. Like I said Wednesday, our midweek podcast, we have to utilize what we can be good at. It's not what we think we can be or what we want to be. It's what we are. And if we don't do that, we're
Mm-hmm.
not going to win games. I felt like we had a chance all the way up till the final 2 minutes. We were in the game, but I think that's more of we started using Bryce's strengths versus what Frank Reich wants us to be.
Yeah. Also, too, like for the game, we had ten series, so we had the
Yeah,
ball a lot. So, you ready to go into the second quarter?
yeah, we can go into the second quarter. It'll be the second series with the offense.
Yeah. So we got bailed out because the Titans they had a holding penalty called on them,
Yep,
and then Bryce almost gets picked.
yep, about normal.
Yeah, then we go into a third and long. I wanted third and 8 where Bryce he ran for the first down.
Yep, letting them improvise.
Yeah, they let him improvise, and then when he did his little celebration, I'm not gonna lie, I was happy.
I mean, um, yeah, the defensive holding helped because I believe it was 3rd and 5 anyway. But I saw that we had a great screen pass early in that series that got us a first down, which is the
Hmm.
right time to call a screen, not every other play that we pass. Um, but we also had a play, and I can't remember which play it was in the series, but Bryce had all day, and he
Yeah.
almost threw the pick. All day made a dumb decision, like no pressure, nothing. Couldn't find the open man, made a bad throw that almost got intercepted. And then we got hurt on this drive by Ian Thomas because he can't
Hmm.
block, he can't catch, he can't block. I don't know why he's on the field. He cost us 10 yards, ended up stalling the drive. We ended up punting.
Yeah, and
Or no,
Chris Savala,
did we get a field goal on that one? I can't
we got
remember.
a field goal, but you remember Chris Savala got hurt on this drive,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
then we did a lot of running, and then you remember Bryce hit Sullivan across the middle for what was it, like a 15-yard catch.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, the Titans, they're really gonna like challenge this, and they never challenged it. You know what I'm saying? And then we go into what you were saying, where Ian Thomas he held, and then we get dropped. We go into 1st and 20, and then it's just an incomplete pass show, and then we kick a field goal.
Yeah. And then we also had a lot of run on 1st and 2nd down, and then pray for a first down on third, which is
I'm cool with it. Hey, look, we were competitive.
yeah. I
What
thought
I saw,
we had a few drives. Well, we'll get to that killed us with that scripted let's run 1st and 2nd and then let's pass. It just
well, this game, like so far, we didn't really have that many penalties except for that one with Ian Thomas. That really killed the drive because it was looking like we were gonna go down the field. I knew we were going to get points, but I thought we were going to get 7, not 3.
yeah.
Because like how it was looking, how the game was going, I was like, okay, like Bryce going to go down, they're going to score, and we saw a lot of good things. But when Savala got hurt, that's when I started getting worried about like how this game is going to go, because we're very thin
Yeah,
at the
we
offensive
were
line.
and it only got worse as the game went on.
Oh yeah.
Like it was
So we go into the Titans the next series. Defense plays lights out. They're flying, they're zipping all over the field.
yeah.
So we'll say that, and then they punted the ball, and then we'll go into our next series where it ended in a fumble, but it looked like we were really trying to do something because we came out. It was run, run, run.
Yeah, non-stop running.
Yeah, like we came out. It was run, 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 pass, pass. 15-yard pass. He hit DJ Chalk. He showed up. Hey, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then we end up having another penalty. Once that penalty happened, we go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15. Bryce ends up getting sacked, fumbled. They get the ball.
Yep. Now I'll tell you that that third that before that series we were on defense. Um, that that was the best series we had on defense. We had 3 and out, -7 yards. Troy Hill had a really good blitz that freed up, I think, Burns to make the tackle on Henry in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
That was by far the best series of the game for defense. Um, and yeah, I've got nothing but like I said, I'm a Troy Hill fan now. I like Troy Hill.
Hey,
Um,
but I'm
I just wish
I'm
they
not,
wouldn't keep him at the nickel. I wish they put him actually at corner.
dude. I think that he's playing so good at nickel, man. We need to keep him there because when JC comes back, he's going to be on the outside.
Yeah. And then we go to the off. Just to get back to the offense. Sanders that drive was really really fighting for yards. something that I haven't seen from him all season.
Yeah,
Uh,
he looked good.
yeah, and Mingo drop too, the one where Bryce didn't throw that ball behind him. Mingo ran past the damn ball.
Well, he didn't settle down. He ran himself out of bounds. Like
Yeah, he was
it.
wide open.
Yeah, in a year or two, I think Mingo, because Mingo showed a lot of promise this game.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be able to settle down on the sideline and be able to make those catches. But they're going to say it was Bryce's fault. But where Bryce threw it, if he would have just stopped, he would have been right there.
yep.
And
Um,
then you know we fumbled the ball.
yep.
Tennessee scores. Derrick Henry,
I mean, you know who missed the block on that fumble though, right?
icky
Mm-hmm.
man. He's doing the best he can. One thing I can say is at least he's not injury prone. He shows up to work.
Yeah, well, I mean that's because he ain't really hitting nobody either. I mean, he got beat outside. I mean, it was just a straight. I mean, it was like you're playing defensive end on Madden and you got the speed set all the way up for the fucking user players. He just ran right by him. He got one hand
Oh
on his
man,
chest and he was gone. Bryce didn't even feel it or see it coming. And
the base.
then we had Cade Mays had a penalty that hurt us on that drive too.
Yeah, we need to start checking these guys' sport books account. See what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm just playing, but yeah, K May. Yeah, we did have a penalty on that drive. It
Yeah.
was a
False start.
that
Yep.
penalty is what set up that. Well, the false start is what set it up
Yep.
for him to get strip sacked because we would have been because it changed the dynamic of the play. Like it's 1st and 15. You really gonna run the ball now, or you gonna throw it?
Yeah. And then that fumble just set up the momentum as we go into our defense's fourth series. Um,
Yep.
defense was, I mean, really nothing here. It was defense was backed up there at the 15-yard line. You know, 2 plays and Henry's in the end zone. There's not much we can do. I mean, our defense is good, but you have a momentum swing like that away with a strip sack like that. I mean, they're getting away with at least 3, more than likely
Mm-hmm.
7. So, I mean, there's not really much to. I didn't really see anything of note on that drive other than, I mean, they got ran over, but I mean, they just got off the field and got right back on the field.
Yeah. And then we go into the fourth drive for the offense.
Yep, and the only thing of note I noticed was the O line can't stop a 4-man rush.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But you know what I wish they would have done? I wish they would have. I know that the drive started before the 2 minute warning. We had it. I think the drive started at like 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah,
And I really would have wished that they would have came out and ran the ball first, and then went into some type of no huddle
yeah.
to put some pressure on the defense. Because when they came out, and I was like, "Oh man, they're about to pass," Bryce tried to check it down, and then we get a pass for no gain.
Yep.
So so we get a pass for no game, or we could have tried to run the ball and got something. Like I just wish that's what they would have done. Do you think they did the right thing by trying to come out and pass to try to move, I guess, down the field as quick as possible?
I mean, we were what in a 4-minute offense at that time, or was there like 6 minutes left? Yeah, it was somewhere in there because I know the next series we had like 2 minutes left in the half. Um, I mean, again, we got to mix it up. Like I said last podcast, we've got to be decent at one facet of the game to open up the other. I mean, you look what happened to our defense. Um, they pounded the run. They got the run working. Well, they had the pass working in the first quarter, and it opened up the run for Derrick Henry in the second. We're not
Yeah.
doing that. We're again like I mean, I saw some deeper passes this game. When I can't wait to see if Next Gen Stats is up yet for that game, which I'm about to look here in a second.
Yeah, because
But
this game too, man, a lot of the check downs Bryce had to do was because he had no protection. We had
yeah,
some guy come in off the street to play right guard, and then we moved K May to left guard.
yeah, we moved Cade to the left. We had We had yeah, and I think we moved Toth to right.
Yes. So we're playing musical chairs with our offensive line. So a lot of times, well, most of the time in this game, when Bryce was back there, when he did have a clean pocket, Bryce was looking good, and when he was improvising, he was looking good. But as soon as he snapped the ball and he was getting, you know, pressure put on him immediately,
Yeah,
that's when that's something we definitely need to address in the off season, or at least try to fix by establishing the run game to help him, because that play action at the beginning set the tone for what we needed to do this game.
yeah. Let's see what's that. What puts us on what the fifth series?
Yeah, the
Um,
fifth series for the defense.
all right.
Or do
So,
you want to just go ahead and go into halftime because they didn't do anything either?
well,
They
I
just
I
punted
just
the
want to point out
ball.
that Xavier Woods had a fucking great hit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that and like when they threw the flag, which they showed it was they were thinking about calling a pick, but they didn't. But dude, that was clean. That was hard. That's the way you're supposed to hit and break up a pass. And I'm so glad they didn't call that. I might have broke my TV.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I like Tajay Spears. He played in Tulane. I watched
Yep.
him play. I like him. I thought we were gonna draft him. He kind of reminds me of a Brian Westbrook type of player. You know, he can do everything. He can return punts, return kicks,
Yeah.
catch the ball out the backfield, running between the tackles. But yeah, when I saw him got hit like that, I was like, man, that's a really good hit. I was like, but I wish it wasn't a player that I actually a fan of. You know.
Yep.
So
And
we go. So we go into that.
and
It
then
gets lit up. We punt. We come back out for our what fifth series. We got 50 seconds left on the clock.
yeah, instead of just
Mingo.
running the damn ball out or running the clock
No.
out.
Oh, we look good, man. Came out. Bryce hit Mingo. Boom, 8 yards.
Yeah.
We come back. Guess what? Bryce, like you said earlier, our offensive line can't block 4 men.
Nope.
Bryce had to throw the ball away on cover three. Like they ran a cover three on him. Like everybody just they just settled in. He had to throw the ball away, and then the next play it got batted down, and then or it was pass deflected. My bad for DJ Chalk, and then we go into a punt.
Yeah.
Then we go into Tennessee's.
Yep. No, right before
Tennessee,
the
our
half.
defenses, yeah, right before the half.
Yeah, that's Troy.
Which at this
Troy let
point,
me down
yeah,
with a holding, but
we can agree Will Levis can't throw the ball.
yes.
And can we agree that Bryce can throw the ball?
Yeah, he slung it good. I'm the next gen stats are up. I'm actually looking at him.
Dude, did you see? I thought Bryce got hurt.
Yeah.
I thought he got hurt because I text you. I was like, hey, man, I said he landed on the shoulder, but then he came out because when he ran to the sideline, he didn't even move his right arm.
Yeah.
He was just running. He took his helmet off with his left hand and everything. So I was like, oh, man, he messed his shoulder up. But then he came out and then, he still played. But I wouldn't be surprised if his shoulder is hurt that he won't play the next game. They
Yeah.
probably shut him down for the season, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, there's already people calling for Dalton to come out, but
Dalton likes the position that he's in. He wants Bryce to play.
yeah,
So they closed it out. You said
they got a
you
field
said
goal. Yep.
Troy Hill let you down.
Yeah, you got a defensive holding.
Hey,
Uh,
you were right on the players that you said that were going to be impact players this game.
yeah, Sullivan had a really good catch on fourth down.
Yeah, he's turning into a very good safety. You know what? Him and Adam Thielen like a safety blanket
Yeah.
for Bryce. Bryce looks at Thielen and then he looks over there at Sullivan. I didn't know Sullivan was 6'5" though. Bryce can see him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
So
So,
we come out in the third quarter.
yep.
Um, we get the ball.
Oh, can I want to say something real
Yeah.
quick. I want to say Frank Wright. Frank Wright, this offensive staff, this game plan they had for this game, it's very good because they ran a lot on first down. Like they was really trying to establish that we're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of injuries. So we go into half. We go into half down.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check this real quick. What was the score at halftime? Three.
Ooh, I think it was.
It was
I think it was 10-3.
it was 10-3.
Yep.
Dog. At halftime, we had 4 injured players. We had more injured players than we had points, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Because we had Savala, DJ Johnson, Bell went down, then David Long went down, right? And
Yep.
that's not even keeping up with who else got hurt this game. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I would say with all the injuries and stuff, like I will not say that so far in at halftime, I don't think anybody should be fired. I think the game plan that they came out with was a good success. We had a couple things that didn't go our way. Right now, I don't feel like anybody should be getting fired. How about you?
No, I think Frank's safe for another week.
Yeah. So then, you ready to go into the third quarter, our first drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 15 plays, 48 yards, 6 minutes and 54 seconds. A 7 minute drive, y'all. Bryce leading the way.
Yeah. So I tell you, so we had a defensive holding that saved us in that
Yep.
drive. But I mean, whatever we got to do. I mean, if that's what it takes
I'm
to.
cool with all these penalties, man.
Yeah.
As
I
long
mean.
as it's not on us,
Yeah.
we can move
Exactly.
down the field like that.
I was impressed that we didn't have as many penalties as we did. I felt like we'd have had more, but I mean, especially with our patchwork O line. But
One,
we had, yeah. The one thing is Sanders started fading.
yeah, he don't have no gas for the second half.
Yeah, it's like he's like at first. I mean, he was fighting for yards. Something I haven't seen. It seemed like he was fighting for those yards, but
Yeah,
second come out in the third quarter and he just didn't have that fire. Um, he had Bryce Young had a great he was getting out of the pocket, getting yards, getting first downs on that drive. We had a Icky again blew a block, led to a sack. But Chuba, and then one thing, there was one play Chuba had that catch for like 20 something yards.
yeah,
It was a check down. And I was just, I mean, Bryce, the lineman's helmets must have been out of the way for him to see him. But he found it. He found Chuba. It was a good pass. He's in the middle of the field, wide open. And after he extended the play, and we got a first down that led to Chuba's touchdown.
yeah. But we had two defensive plays on. We had two penalties on the defense that really helped us out. Like you were saying, like because right before the 25-yard pass to Chuba, we had a what was it, a pass interference call on uh on the Titans
Yeah.
because it was 2nd and 14, and then they held Mingo or got a defensive pass interference called, and then
Yep.
we ended up getting the first down. And then that's what we need to do. Like what we did right after that. Hey, you gave us a free 14. We're about to bust you for a 25. You
Yep.
know, so that flipped everything right there. Like the momentum, we had everything, and then we started running the ball, running the ball, running the ball, and then Chuba said, "Hey, I'm getting in." Right?
Yeah.
He said it.
Chuba's been delivering. Like he's not getting 100 yards a game,
Yeah.
but like he's coming through when we need him. I mean, he had 45 rushing yards and added 47. He had almost 100 yard of total offense game. But Sanders, no catches, one target, 28 rushing yards and 15 carries. Like he's just not getting it. Well, excuse me. He's not getting it done.
Yeah, but I want to see Sanders healthy because what I'm seeing these little flashes from, I do like it.
Yeah.
Like when he's running hard and he's running physical, I do like the flashes I see. I know he's not healthy, so like just let's say this is our duo for next year. Would you be okay with that, or would you want them to try to bring somebody in?
Uh, I think if Sanders could get healthy, we might have a good one too. I mean, I'm thinking we might have an old um, um, damn man. Now I'm going way back. Um, what was it, Jonathan Davis and Deshaun Foster.
Oh yeah.
One-two punch.
Oh, you talking about Stephen Davis and
Stephen,
Deshaun
there we go.
Foster?
Stephen
Yeah.
Davis. Yeah, I don't know why I think Jonathan. Stephen Davis and
Hey,
Deshaun. Good,
one
good
of the big
old school
48,
one-two.
dog.
Yeah,
The
old
only
school
running back I
one-two
ever know to
punch.
have a. You know what I'm saying? Because back then it was a if you had a number in the 40s, you was a fullback.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, we got offense. I mean, we come down, we scored. Um, didn't we didn't no, we did not tie the game up. It was 10-17 at that time. Yeah, we went in the sorry, we went in the half. It was 3-17. But
Yeah,
so we go down. We need to score to start the second half. We accomplished that. I feel like we had the momentum, and then we go into defense on the first series of the second half, and we can't keep outside containment on Henry.
hmm
And then, a common theme that this game, Dante Jackson soft and getting burnt. But we eventually held them because they didn't score. But field position killed us. I don't think we had but one or two punt returns that were outside of the 15.
yeah. And then plus you remember when it was a punt return that the kick returner or the punt returner let go and it bounced in favor of Tennessee, and then
Yep.
we had to start deep in our own zone.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they went into halftime 14-3.
Nah, it was 17-3.
It was 17-3 at halftime.
Yeah, that's it. They didn't score it. We held them in the second half. We just couldn't. Offense couldn't score after the first series because yeah, I'm looking at it now. They scored a touchdown in the first quarter, a touchdown and field goal in the second quarter. Um, and then that's it. We shut them out in the second half, but we got the one touchdown, and then we just couldn't get one more. Which brings up a point I said Wednesday. We got to score at least 21 to 24 points a game to win. And
hmm
what did we hit? We hit 10. We didn't win.
Yeah, but we had a couple more injuries that happened,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
We were playing, man. Dog, if we'd have had, you know what they were talking about.
Yep.
If we had another, think about this. We have another offensive lineman injury. They were talking about sliding Icky and bringing Ricky Leo.
Yeah. I mean,
Did you want to see that today?
I honestly would like to see anybody else at left tackle than Icky. To be honest, like, you know what? Hey, if you got a jersey and a helmet, we'll see you on Monday. If you're over 275, I want you at tryouts Monday because like, man, he's just not. I think he would be better as a guard. I mean, not for pulling because I mean, obviously he ain't fast if he can't take two steps to the left and block somebody. But I mean, fuck, maybe slide him to right tackle.
No, dude. He has to stay on the left side. That's a big. We have a big investment in Icky. We got him in the first round,
Yeah,
top 10 pick.
he's a first round last year, like not
Yeah,
like last year.
yeah. So he's a top pick. Man, this is his sophomore slump. This year he had to learn how to pass protect. We know he sucks at it. So you know
You ain't
what we
you
need to
ain't
do.
you not fucking lying.
You know what we need to do. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. He looks his pass blocking is impeccable when we do play action. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right, but let's go to the second series of the second half, the seventh total series. Um, a couple things I noticed. Like I said, I've praised Bryce, and now I'm going to get on him. He's got to feel the pocket. Like when he got sacked, if he'd have just took off to the right, I mean, he had 5 yards for the first defender was near him, but he doesn't feel the pocket, which is why he's not a pocket. Like he can step. I mean, you quarterback, you have to be able to step back and make throws in the pocket, but he's not a strict pocket passer. Like he's not Peyton Manning. He's not Omaha and at the line, and he's going to pick you apart. Like he's an improviser. He needs to improvise.
he looked good today, man.
He did, but I'm talking about just this series. Like you could he has those flashes where it's like he's got it, and then he has these series where it's like he's oblivious to any defender around him in the pocket. And we're in week 12. I'm pretty sure he's figured out his O line can't block for shit. Like
He's
I,
like, well, oh well. You know what I'm
he
saying?
just got that look like I'm
It
just
happened again,
I'm
you
just
know.
getting sacked again. But Chuba had a really good catch on third down, or was it? I can't remember if it was a catch or a run. Um, they got us the first. And then, my negatives, of course, is going to be the O line every series of every game until we get better.
I will I would say this, that okay, the offensive line is the problem. We know what it is, but the guys that are there, if we had a healthy line this year, the games will be different.
Oh,
Is
absolutely. I mean,
like, you know,
we're not
Brady
getting.
Christensen, he comes back. Like, I can tell you the whole starting lineup. You got Icky at left tackle, Brady Christensen at left guard. You got Bozeman at center. You got Austin Corbett at right guard, and then you got Taylor Moton. That's a solid offensive line, man, for
Yeah.
what we're trying to do.
I mean, but
But
I mean, this is the. We'll do 10 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our fifth game we've lost by 10 or less points. So all of them within striking distance. I mean, we could be 6-4 right now.
yeah,
No, 6-5. I mean, potentially if we had a decent line. I mean, which would put us at similar numbers. When we had old number one his rookie year.
mm,
So
it's growing pains, man.
yeah,
It's growing pains. Like we're growing, we're growing as fans to learn how to deal with this, because we haven't dealt with this type of what mediocrity in how long.
yeah,
Now we're 6 years in. We're getting restless. We got a guy that showed a lot of potential today. We Our staff showed that, hey, we want to be competitive. We
yeah.
know for a fact Evero ain't going nowhere next year. I don't care how
No,
much they got to pay him.
no, he's not.
He cannot leave.
No, he's doing good. Um, I mean, granted, what we have on, I mean, the injuries we have on defense was. Have you looked at our depth chart?
Yeah, but
I'm about to share the screen. I don't want. We'll break off because we only got um 6 more series to talk about anyway before we go into the other shit. But
yeah.
let me switch to the depth chart real quick. Check this shit out.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that IR chart I know is
oh
buzzing.
yeah, so I'm gonna zoom in here a little bit. I mean, look at our Wooten, Chin, Shaq Thompson, Gross Matos was designated to return from IR this week. Horn. I mean, we got so many people on IR. I mean, you
Yeah,
go to the offense. I mean that's a lot of O's and Q's. I mean, you look, we got a whole set. We have an entire second team, second string players that are all hurt.
yeah. So if you scroll back, no, scroll back up, scroll back up to the offense.
I'm
So
I'm on the
they
offense.
said Ricky Lee. You see what the Panthers don't even update.
Yeah.
They don't even update their roster. Look at that. All right, so let's say this is today's roster. We have Icky, Chandler, Bozeman, Throth, and Moten.
Yep.
Okay, Throth went down, right?
Nah,
K
nah,
May.
nah, nah. Toph stayed in. Toph had to switch
No,
and took
yeah,
Zavala's spot, and they put
it was
Nash Jensen
Savala.
in at right guard. They moved Toth over to left guard, I think.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they did, because Savala's the one. My bad. Savala got hurt. They brought in K May. They slid Toth to left guard. They put K May at right guard, and then K May got hurt,
Yeah,
and then they brought in. Then they had to slide um Throff back to right guard, and Jensen went in at left.
I think so.
Yeah, you see, like, it's a revolving door of,
Yeah.
like, if we look it. If another player would have got hurt, Ricky Lee would have had to come in for either Taylor
No,
Moton or
Ricky
Icky.
was out. Ricky when they what I know what you're thinking of because they called that penalty and they put Ricky
Yeah.
Lee's name. No, Ricky Lee was out.
Oh, I thought he was gonna. Oh
Nah,
man, so this was it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
Hey,
like,
we would have had what Ian Thomas playing right guard or I mean left
I
tackle.
mean, J.J. Jansen would have had to come in and block somebody, the long snapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, like I said, I mean, it's beyond patchwork, man. This is, man. If you got two legs and a heartbeat in a jersey, you're going in.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
But
it's it.
you, we had nothing. Bottom line is, we know this year going into the draft, they are going to have to address the offensive line for
Yeah,
either depth or we're going to have to attack in the free agency. But
yeah,
we'll get to that when that comes.
yeah. So let's jump into
Because I
the.
got some names that some guys I want them to look at that I hope we get. Well, whenever we go to talk about college, one of these days down the road.
Yeah, so let's jump into the eighth series of the game. Be the second for our defense.
Yeah,
We had a good stand. DBs almost got a pick. Granted, it was a bad throw. But we'll take what we can get right now. But what was that drive? I think they got one first down. Got to like midfield, it punted and pinned us deep again.
yeah. Then we punted.
Yep. I mean, I thought we had a good. I thought the defense held. They bent, but they didn't break. Like we didn't let them cross midfield. Um, but we got to when we're down, like, we got to force them three and outs. Like we've got, and it's putting a lot of strain on the defense because I mean the defense is the one like real bright spot. Luvu's all over the damn field.
Now
Um,
Luvu missed. Luvu took a horrible angle on Derrick Henry when
yeah,
Derrick Henry ran for a touchdown.
yeah, but other than that, like Luvu had a pretty decent game, I thought.
Yeah, he played good. Dude, our team is solid. It's just that the offense can't move the ball because we have so many injuries at the offensive line
Yeah,
or on the offensive line that we can't really do anything.
yeah. Well, Luvu only had two total tackles, so he
Yeah, but a lot of stuff that he did didn't show up on a stat sheet. He filled a
yeah
lot of holes.
the the
He
the
got in the way of a lot of stuff.
the theme of this channel.
Yeah, man,
He
like
he filled a lot of holes. No pun intended.
yeah, like could you the Titans are a running team. He played very aggressive, but the times where he could have made it, there was definitely a time he could have made a tackle, but he just overshot it.
Yeah,
That's like Deion Jones was all over the field, but he didn't have a lot of tackles. He only had two tackles.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like we have a lot of players that are very active in the thing that they do, but it doesn't really show up on a stat sheet. But if you're grading film, you'd be like, hey, that was a good play that you did. Way to get your hands up. You know,
yeah. I mean,
but
if I had to grade Luvu, Luvu would get I think he'd get a solid B. I mean, he had some bad angles on Henry, but I mean, overall, I thought he played good. Um, I mean, Burns, one sack, two tackles for a loss. I thought Burns showed up today.
no, there's somebody that showed up, but they ended up getting hurt.
Oh yeah, DJ Johnson.
No, David Long.
Oh yeah,
He was playing good, man.
yeah, he
Like,
was.
and then he ended up getting hurt. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, so let's move to the eighth start of the fourth quarter offensive drive. Um, Sanders, I guess he hit the oxygen machine or put his feet up for the third quarter because he come out. He had a great run for a first down. Um, we had a holding penalty on Moton. It fucking hurt us, pushed us back to second and 16. But Bryce Young immediately answered back with a great rollout and extended the play. That I believe got us one first down after that holding, but then the offense kind of faltered.
Oh no, you're at the beginning of the fourth
Yeah,
after we got Tennessee 3-and-out. Yeah, Taylor Bolton had a holding play. I remember what you were talking about, but that holding play was when Bryce scrambled.
yeah,
So when he scrambled out, and then we had the holding play, Then we had to change once again because we were 2nd and 6. Bryce had the first down, remember?
Yep.
And then we went to 2nd and 16. That changed the complexion of the game. Bad situational football, but Taylor Moton, he had that guy locked up. So the only thing the dude really had to do was just flail his arms, and then it looked like he was holding him.
Yep.
So Taylor Moton was locking him up. Can't really blame him for that, but we did get a penalty that basically killed the drive because we were moving. Because like you said, Miles Sanders decided to put his feet back on and broke off for a 15-yard run.
Actually, I take that back. I think that penalty was on Toth.
No, it was on Taylor Moton.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, it
because
was. Yeah, it was.
yeah, because you remember Bryce ran to the right, and then freaking that's why when Taylor Moton went to let the end go, it looked like he was holding him, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
But that's why he flailed his arms and he got the call. And then after that, it was just an incomplete show.
Yep. And then a punt. And then we go to the so this is when my internet cut out and I did not see um, our defense's ninth series right after that. But I did see that Levis completed like a 20-yard pass on first down. And then my shit cut out, and by the time I got it back up, we were already on the offense again.
Yeah, what Levis and he had that. Who was it? Moore. He had a big play of Moore, 22 yards. Um, and then I think what was it? Derrick Henry started. Derrick Henry started heating up,
Yep.
and then once again, the Titans wasn't really trying to put us to bed. They started passing the ball.
Yeah.
Like Derrick Henry, just like we what the Titans do good at. That's what we're supposed to do good at. The Titans show us that our system can work as long as you incorporate deep shots down the field.
Yep.
At the same time, why would you start passing the ball on 2nd and 5 and Derrick Henry just broke off a 5-yard run? He falls forward for 2 to 3 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's 10 minutes and something left in the game, man. You want a 4-minute drive, situational football. I want to take some time off the clock. We got the lead. We haven't scored yet. You know what I'm saying? Like we haven't scored the whole second half. This would be a good time to take some time off the clock. And they let us off the hook. They only took 1 minute and 32 seconds off the clock that drive.
Yeah.
And then we come back in for a long drive that ended in a punt.
Yeah. And that drive, there's a couple good things. I mean, Toth hurt us when Bryce Young scrambled, but the play before that, Bryce Young had a great pass to Mingo for 20 plus yards, and then we had the penalty, and then Bryce threw I think a first down to Chark. Is probably the best pass I've seen all season from Bryce.
Hey, because he fit that right in there, didn't he?
Yeah, it was like he just right in between the helmets of his linemen. He saw the lane and threw it, and I was like, that was the best pass I've seen from him all season.
This drive right here is exactly how it started. Is exactly what we need to do every week.
Yep.
Change it up a little bit. 3-yard run, 3-yard run, 24-yard pass. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
19-yard pass, 4-yard run. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let's move the ball down the field. And then, it went to an incomplete show, and then we had to punt the ball.
Yeah,
but there was still 6 minutes left in the game, so we had another chance. Let's see. Our defense bailed us out again.
Yeah. Like, defense is the last defensive drive of the game for us. They had that. I mean, they burned almost 3 minutes off the clock, but the defense bend. They didn't break. We didn't get them. We didn't let them get in field goal range. We come down. We gave our offense a chance to come down and tie the game, and that's based on what we have right now. That to me, that's a win. Like, we had a chance. The defense came through, gave us a chance, and the offense didn't come through.
Yeah, because you remember Derrick Henry broke off like a 20-yard. He broke off a long run, and I was like, man, this is about to be the end. And then our defense, like he said, they bend, they don't break. They shut it all down.
Granted, we had then we had a false start that saved us because it was 3rd and 5. That made it 3rd and 10, and then we finally
Yep.
stopped them. And then we go to our final offensive
Yeah.
series. Um, we got what do we got? Like a minute? No, we had like 3 minutes left. We
We
took
have
a
a minute left. No timeouts.
yeah. So what happens? We start out good on first down. Chuba gets 3 yards.
Oh no. You remember before this drive we took a timeout on so it was before the 2 minute warning because you remember we had the 2 minute warning as a
Yep.
timeout for us.
Yeah. So we had well, we got the ball back with 2:57.
Yeah. Yeah, around there.
So we start out. We get some positive yards, and then Toth gets beat. Bryce gets sacked. Now it's like 3rd and 15.
Yep.
Um, Bryce makes a great pass to Chuba. We get half that yardage back. Now we're looking at fourth and 5, 4th and 6.
This is the only play that I did not agree with all game.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it because I wrote it down. Fucking screen Reich fucker. That's exactly what I wrote down, and that's exactly what I'm gonna say. It's
I
we get an extra fucking 2 minutes or an extra minute, with the 2 minute warning to come up with the play we need to keep the drive going, and the best we come up with is a fucking screen. Granted, it's the Chark, but still, it's 4th and 6. You're gonna run a wide receiver screen.
right.
Like, just fuck, you might as well have just punted the damn ball.
I would have had more respect, man. If
Well,
we were going, I would have had more respect if Bryce would. I would have been no, not respect. I would have been more okay with this play if Bryce would have got sacked trying to throw it down the field versus throwing a screen pass where we had no chance to begin with.
yeah, I mean, I'd have been fine with a draw. I mean, anything. Like, we come back to that play call, and that's one of the few plays that Frank Wright called that I'm like, what are you doing? I was like, did you think you were gonna fool anybody? Like it's but draw up your best play. Like you've got it back there in your card. One of the plays for this situation where we need it. We haven't run it all game. It's time to go. But no, you call a wide receiver screen.
No,
I
they normally run it with Thielen.
Yeah. Thielen
They
only had one catch.
Yeah, because Mingo was taking more of Adam Thielen's role. So if Adam doesn't come back next year, we know why.
Yep.
Because I honestly feel like those couple drops Mingo had, uh, Thielen would have came up with that.
Oh yeah. Especially that
Like
one
yeah,
where he ran past the damn ball. Thielen would have got
yeah,
20 yards on that. He'd have stopped, caught it, took off down the field. He's got the sideline, but
yeah, he'd have broke that tackle and been taken off down the sideline.
and then we get to the last defensive drive, and we couldn't stop him from kneeling. It's such a dangerous play, man. I don't know how. I can't figure out a way to stop it.
You're right.
Short
Hey,
of
I
short
don't
of
even.
bringing Palomalu back and have him jump over the line and try and grab the ball.
Hey, look, the Mud Dogs figured out how to beat it.
Yeah, they did. Hey, I like
So,
my new offense.
so overall, this game, how do you feel the Panthers did?
I felt like this was one of our in our loss. I felt like this is one of our better losses. We were in
Yeah.
the game until the end. We played to Bryce's strengths
Yep.
instead of what we wish he would be. We're playing him as what he is. I feel like
Hmm.
some of the play call screwed us on some of these drives, running on first and second down when we're not getting but 1 maybe 2 yards, and then praying for a first down with a pass. Um, and some of those passes weren't even at the first down marker. They were 3 or 4 yards behind and expecting to get yak to get it. I don't that play style might have worked 15 years ago, but it's not working today. What's your takeaways on this?
I like I most like definitely like Chuba. I think now we done found the role for him. He's a guy that we need to make sure that we, especially in critical situations and big moments, Chuba has shown up.
Yeah,
Him sitting behind McCaffrey has really benefited us because he's a good spotlight on the team. Like you said, his stats don't scream, "Oh man, I'm going crazy on the field." But if you watch the game, he has a big impact on the game.
yeah. And
Um,
I enjoy watching him run the ball because he's running like he wants to get paid. He's running like he wants to be the feature back. I'm not seeing that from Sanders.
I think I think Sanders, if Sanders is going to come back next year, because we got him up under contract, it'd be
Yeah,
point. We already have too much dead cap. So, and also too, I would like to say I would like to see Sanders more in the first half because in the second half, his legs are gone.
yeah,
So we
he's
might as well use
gassed.
him up. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I know we got a couple of viewers in here, which is nice. There's a link in the chat. If you want to jump in here and chat with us, you're more than welcome to. I'll put you on. You can chime in, give us your thoughts.
Yeah. Tell us what you thought about the game, the positives, the negatives. Which players stood out to you. Like we
And
had a couple, we had a lot of good players, but overall for the game, I would say I was actually entertained watching this game.
yeah,
I felt like we were very competitive. Uh, going off the Yeah, we were on a losing streak, but if you look at the losing streak, we went from getting dusted off to competing in a full game
yeah,
to now where I can definitely see like there's going to be a win on the horizon, and when it happens, it's gonna be magical. We're all gonna have a blast.
yeah. But so we've done a recap on every significant part of every drive. And I guess now we can go into speculation mode.
Oh yeah,
So you don't think? I mean, I think we both agreed we don't think Frank Wright is getting fired tonight.
yeah. He shouldn't. It was a very competitive game. We saw a lot of good this game. It's worth saving them for another week.
Yeah. So
If we if we'd have came out here and got the doors smoked off, I could see us getting rid of them. But for right now, if anything, if we're going to fire anybody, it needs to be the wide receiver coach.
yep. So I'm gonna bring up the next gen stats
All
real
right.
quick. We can talk about that for a minute. Um, it should be up now. And let's see. So we got. I don't think this is accurate because I'm counting total passes. It says he threw 31. I'm not seeing 31 passes on this. So I think there still might be updating some of the things. But I know he had a lot of passes he thrown away. Out of the 31, I want to say he threw away like at least 7. So I mean, you take 7. Seven sounds like a good round number. So I mean, you take away 7, he went 18 for 24.
Yeah.
Um, throwaways. I mean, they count, but they shouldn't.
Well,
Um,
no, they showed the throwaways. It's,
yeah, but
it's
I'm not
showing he
seeing.
had.
I mean, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. There's only 24. There's only 24, passes on here out of
Yeah. So
31.
yeah, you're right.
Maybe yes. I'm thinking maybe he threw about 7 away.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean that would bring his numbers down to 18 for 24, which is pretty efficient yardage wise. Not. I mean he almost had 200 yards, no touchdowns, but he had no picks. I mean he had the fumble. Um,
Yeah. That was completely the offensive line.
oh yeah,
Man,
absolutely.
he didn't have a chance from the beginning, so I will let that one go and say, even though it's his job to hang on to the ball, but
Yeah.
that fumble, man.
So I mean, what I'm liking is I'm not seeing that trend we've been seeing for a bunch of weeks where we've got
Hmm.
15 passes, 5 yards or less. I mean it's kind of spaced out even. I mean he had more completions because they're easier to complete inside 5 yards, but he had more. I see more attempts and more completions, up to 10 plus yards, which is something we haven't seen, especially recently. And I'm gonna bring us back. Oh shit! Double click. All right, so So I feel like the play calling was a little bit better in this game.
Yeah. Um, it does like because when you brought it up earlier this week, like you was like, "There's nothing past 5 yards," and then we look at this chart and he got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. He got 9 passes over 10 yards.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't even have 9 passes past 5 yards the other game. So like he's trying to push it down the field.
yeah, and in order to be successful, we're gonna have that.
Yeah, he's gonna.
But
I with the throwaways, like you said, if we take that away, even with his stat line right now, I'm okay with this. I'm just not okay with that fumble because if you let's say Bryce didn't fumble and we punted the ball,
yeah,
what's the odds of them really going down and scoring? Not really, because all game we was locking them up. So if it wasn't for that fumble that we had, it would have been 10-10 and we would have been looking at overtime, or we would have played that last drive differently
yep,
because it would have been 10-10. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it depends on the situation. So right now, how I'm looking at his chart, man, I'm okay with this.
yeah. I think that if we can keep playing like this with what we've got, um, it gives us the best opportunity to win. Not necessarily win, but it puts us, on a path where we're in the game. We have a chance to win, like we did today.
Yeah, I just what if you're looking at the chart, man, that's good. What more could he have done? He
I,
just made one mistake today.
yeah, and I mean that wasn't even really his fault. Icky completely whiffed on the block and let him go right by, um, on his blind side, and Bryce had no idea he was coming.
Yeah, and then like with the sideline drop with Mingo, and then a couple other ball
Miscues, yeah,
yeah miscues. Man, he's doing everything that they said he
yeah,
was going to do. Because if you look at his games, he is learning. But the thing is, Bryce got small hands, man. Fumbles are going to be a part of his game. We
yep.
already know that.
He's got to protect that
On,
ball.
only thing we can do now is that we know, looking at this chart, we know Bryce can throw it.
Yep,
Now we just have to address the offensive line issues. So right now, this is the best version of Bryce we've seen, uh, with him aggressively throwing on the field. Because, like you said, that one pass to Chalk, he threw that like the defender's head was right there.
yep,
So it's like, man, this dude's gonna be. I mean, I got a feeling he's gonna be good, man. He's gonna be real good.
yeah. I mean, the biggest thing is that the game's won and lost in the trenches,
Yep.
and we a little thin right now. But I mean, I think I think draft next year, second round, we take the best available lineman, regardless of what position, other than center. Any guards or tackles. I mean, I think the defense is fine. We need to re-sign some players. If Burns can keep playing like he played today, I think we should re-sign him. He ain't worth um, some max level deal, but I mean, at least franchise tag him for next year.
Oh yeah, man. That too, like how Burton played today, man. I'm 100% fine with that.
Yeah, I mean,
If he set the edge today too.
yeah,
Like he wasn't playing around today. He was actually playing for real.
yeah. Unless we can get a first round pick for him from
Hmm.
top 15 pick team, then I would say trade him.
But what are we gonna get in the first? Man, there's nothing in the first round worth getting.
There's a bunch of lot, but I mean, again, they're all it's just like it's just like any draft pick. I mean, it's a toss up. There's no guarantees.
Yeah, that's why I feel more comfortable keeping what we know we have,
Yeah,
and then we build upon that. Because if we get rid of Burns, DJ, this is the second time DJ Johnson got hurt in the game.
yep,
He already hasn't been playing a full season. We cannot depend on Barno. He comes out there, he's good, but he's still green.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? Like he's still getting used to the game. He's fast. We know what we have in Burns, Burns ain't gonna give up them sacks if the quarterback rolls his way.
Yeah.
Burns can chase down a play too, and he's fast. His only problem is he get washed out on the run. If
Yep.
we can fix that by letting Burns develop a move that he goes to, because when his speed fades, his strength ain't good enough to get it done.
Yeah. He just gets bottled up and you lose him in the crowd.
Yeah, so like if we can get Burns to take, let's do a deal where it works out for Burns and it works out for the team. Let Burns if Burns develop into something, then we'll sign him to the max that he wants. But until then, let's do something that's good on both sides. If we can't do that, we don't have no choice but to franchise tag him.
Yeah. So, quick question:
Yeah,
was that your kid screaming or mine?
mine.
I heard. I could tell it was mine or yours.
They
so,
like to do that.
so I'm thinking, uh, who we got next week? Is it New Orleans next week?
If you give me 1 second.
No, we got Tampa Bay next week. It's New Orleans after that. We play Tampa Bay at 4:05 according to the schedule. So, uh,
You're
yeah,
definitely taking a nap before that game.
yeah. But I'm not working any. This is my last week working overtime. So,
All right, so this game right here, I would say overall, I would give this. I would say a C, maybe B. Offensive wise, defense, it was a A. They played really well.
yeah. I mean,
They really only gave up 10 points. That fumble. Think about this. On other drives, Derrick Henry broke off a long run, and then they balled him up, and
yeah.
then they punted the ball.
This one, I mean, they
So
got the ball at the 15-yard line, and it's
yeah, and he broke a run off. That's
like,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like
like they're getting points unless they do something stupid or you get a strip sack.
yeah,
Like
so
you're getting points. So
let's say worst case scenario they left out with three. Realistically, the defense, if Bryce didn't have that fumble, we would have been going into, let's say, the fourth quarter 10-10. We would have played a little bit different, and then we could have won.
yeah,
It's the fact of we were down and our offense is not built to come from behind. Our whole strategy on offense is not to play from behind. That's why we need to. That's why we're always trying to score. Every team is trying to score in the first drive, because nobody wants to come from behind. But our team is not built to come from behind. We can maintain a lead. That's about it.
yeah,
So you saying Tampa's who we got next? We're
yep.
1-10. We're fourth in the NFC South.
And
Let's
we'll
go.
we're probably staying there.
Look, man,
Unfortunately.
Panther merch about to be on sale, baby. We
Oh
about to
yeah.
stock up.
Oh, I like this. This week 12. Yes. I've got week 12 Chuba Hubbard fucking next gen stats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at these. Oh, we got a minute. Second, let me get it zoomed in. I'll get it over.
Oh yeah.
Next gen stats. There we go. They're up. Should show here in a second.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm pulling it up on my side too, so I can see exactly what you're talking about. He
Yeah.
had 14 carries to 45 yards.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
you look, he broke off 3 runs of 5+ yards or touchdown,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all where we're strongest away from our offensive linemen.
Man, look, if you look at this chart, if we're running behind Icky, he's doing really, really well. Icky's on the left side. So it
Yeah.
goes back once again that our line is built to run. They installed a system to get us to become a pass first, and now we're suffering the consequences of it. But if you look at Chuba's stats, you can see he gains most of his yardage running behind the left side, and the
Yeah.
left side is our weakest in the pass game.
I wonder if they got Miles Sanders up. Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ain't
Like,
much to see.
oh, is it up?
No, Miles Sanders isn't up for week 12. It's just Mingo, Hubbard, and Bryce. They probably only do like the stat leaders.
Yeah. The if you look, man, Mingo's routes are one, two, he ran six. He got targeted 6 times. Every if you look, what four, that one on the sideline. Yeah, if he'd have slowed down on that, man, he'd have got a 12 yard. He'd have got 12 yards right there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, then if he'd have broke the tackle, he probably would have had a long run. That dude is huge.
yeah. Like, he's growing. There's gonna be some growing pains. Um, so I mean, he'll be something. I definitely think he's not gonna be a Devin Funchess. I think he's gonna be maybe not quite a DJ Moore, but I think he'll be close.
Yeah, you know what? Devin Funches, if he'd have came out in today's NFL, he'd have been a better fit. He
Yeah,
was before his time, man. He was he was too big to be a wide receiver, but he was too small to be a tight end.
yeah,
Like so, but in today's NFL, he'd have had success.
yep.
But if you look at did you look at Derrick Henry's next gen stats?
Um, no, I didn't. What's he looking like?
Um,
Let's see,
of
Tennessee.
course, when I try to do it, the computer starts messing up.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, he had a. I mean, he was just all over the place.
Yeah, that's what you want your chart to look like when you got a healthy offensive line.
Yeah, but they don't. I mean, I said it'll come. Like I said, with the like I said, the line, the trenches is where it starts. We've got to have a solid offensive line. It ain't got to be all Pro Bowlers and all pros, but we got to have solid people that can match up one on one and not let the guy get by him. I mean that's true for any team, obviously, but we don't have that. I don't think we have right now people healthy. The only person that can match up one on one and stop somebody consistently is Taylor.
Yeah,
That's it.
but Icky can too. But it's just that
On a run
let
play.
let's let's call a spade, right?
Yep.
Icky can't pass block unless the defensive end is tired, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's just keep it real. He can't. When the defensive end is fresh, this dude gets beat all the time. Let Icky put his hands on him a couple times before you let Icky stand up and have to block.
Yep.
I like Icky because Icky's the type of tackle I want on my team because I'm not really a passing type guy. I like to run the ball.
Yeah.
So, but going back to Derrick Henry, like if you're looking at his stats, man, I will be happy with Miles Sanders if he has stats like that
Yeah.
consistently. I would be happy with the money they paid him. But we're not even getting that.
No, we're not. We're getting. I mean, hell, we should have just kept. We should have just re-signed Foreman.
Dude, Foreman's one of them guys that's gonna be in the NFL. He's gonna be like one of those traveling running backs.
Yep.
He's not gonna make it to the Hall of Fame, but everybody's gonna remember Dante Foreman. 10 years from now, we're gonna be like, hey, you remember when Dante Foreman was busting the Detroit Lions up
Yep.
at the
So
end of the season, him and Chuba?
so I didn't realize this, but looking at our now we're going into stats, but I think we had more total yards than Tennessee.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
feel
we
like
did.
this offense was a perfect mode of old school Frank Wright with new school Thomas Brown?
Partly, except for those few plays, like the last play of the game for us. But yeah, I felt like when we started using Bryce's mobility, I think that was sort of that's Thomas Brown's new school, Frank Reich's old school. I feel like they tailored the game plan a little bit better this week.
I'll be honest, man. I don't want to see nobody get fired, man. I want to see this plan right out, man. Like I want our franchise to do something that no franchise ever does. Keep a coach when they're losing, unless the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions.
Yeah,
Let's ride this out, man. Give Frank his 3 to 4 years. Now, if we got 3 years of this, we need a whole new team and a quarterback. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's ride it out and see what we got. I think we got a good team, man.
No, I could tell you right now. This is my prediction, and I'll I will cut this into a short. That way, it's up on the channel. But if we lose out and we go 1-16, I think Frank Wright keeps his job. But if next year we don't win at least 6 games, he's gone.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'd
Like,
say let's keep him.
I mean, I'm chalking this up. We're gonna go 1-16.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree with you. I don't agree with that 1-16, but I agree that we're not realistically. Are we going to win out? I hope so, but most likely not. We're still working.
I see we may have a chance against the Saints because it was a close game, but we haven't played the Bucks yet. We
Yep.
play them. We play them next weekend, and we play them week 18. Atlanta. I I mean, granted, it was the first game of the year, so Atlanta maybe, but I don't see us beating Green Bay. I don't see us beating Jacksonville. So we've got one, two, three. We've got 4 divisional games left. Um,
Would you be fine with us winning divisional and losing everything else?
yeah, because that would give us 4 more wins. We'd be 4 and 13, which I mean is better than 1-16, obviously. But we don't let Chicago get the number one overall from us.
That's what I don't want them to get the number one. I want them to have to trade it out, do something. I don't want them to get anything. I want us to win out just to stick it to them
Yeah,
because we really did get robbed to get the guy that we wanted or that the team wanted.
I mean what we need is we need to hire Kevin Costner, and we need all our picks back.
Draft day.
Yeah, we need all our picks back and a kick returner or something.
Which you know what, man? I felt like if we had Blackshear back there returning, honestly, I wish TMJ would have got activated this game, man, because we that guy could stretch the field, man.
Yeah.
And Bryce was trying to throw down the field this game, so it's like, damn. And then we got all these injuries. We're gonna end up signing. First thing we're gonna before we get into this part, is there anything else you want to say about the Titans game?
No, I think we've covered it in great length and detail.
All right. So up next is Tampa. I will be fine with us winning all the divisional games and if we lose everything else. But if we're competitive the rest of the season, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, we're going to have a losing record this year.
Oh yeah.
So right now, after the game, we're busted up. What are you getting? We're gonna have to get some free agents, man. We're gonna have to get some new bodies in here, or we're gonna have to elevate somebody from the practice squad. We're gonna have to sign or elevate at least 2 to 3 people.
Yep.
I think Savala needs to go ahead and just hang it up because his knee is messed up this time. It was his neck the other week, and then his knee. I think he should hang it up. This is the second week in a row we had an offensive lineman have a knee injury.
Well, hell, while we're here, you want to hear Frank Wright's presser? I'll do the audio so YouTube doesn't shut down the video. Well, shit. Yeah, you'd have to listen to it too. Yeah, you have to listen. You have to listen to the stream.
Yeah.
Here, I'll go ahead and hit play on it.
Okay, just start with the injuries. Chenault had an ankle. Zavala had a knee. DJ Johnson had an elbow. Mays had an ankle. Von Bell had a shoulder. And Tommy Tremble had a groin. Tough loss. Give the Titans credit. They played and coached better than we did. We have to find a way to win close games. Really the message is we got to do a better job on offensive coaching and playing as far as, protecting the passer. Just too many sacks, too many pressures, and then holding calls. Um, we got to do a better job so we can stay in phase, give Bryce more time. I thought there were times that Bryce looked good throwing the ball down the field. We had a few nice chunk plays like that. So as coaches and players, we got to find a way to protect the quarterback. And then defensively, again, we played solid on defense, played good on defense for the most part. But the challenge for our defense is, we got to create some turnovers. You're playing a young quarterback. We got to find a way to create a turnover somewhere along there and make a play to give us a short field or score some points. I'll open it up from there.
Frank, did you talk to Dave after the game? We saw you in the locker room not real good.
No, I didn't.
Why can't this offense? Why has this offense struggled to score more than two drives the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's been hard. We've had a couple nice drives, but then we get the ball moving and we get a sack or we get a penalty, getting long yardage and struggling to overcome the, when we get out of phase. You get 2nd and 20, 2nd and 18. Those are hard to overcome. So, we got to figure that out.
How much more difficult does it make it when you do get out of phase as a play caller to kind of dial up the right?
That's hard. I mean, any play caller will tell you, you get out of phase and, you just probably got out of phase because you just got sacked or got holding because you got a pressure. And now you're really put in a position to call another pass. So not all the time. I mean, we'll mix that up.
So he's
call
just
some runs on second,
doing his usual.
second and extra.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he hit it right. We gotta protect Bryce. We gotta give him more time to throw. But we did that a few times, and a couple of those plays, Bryce made a dumb decision and almost threw a pick. So it's kind of. But I could live with we give him time and he fucks up, as opposed to he fucks up because we don't give him any time. Because then at least we have one issue instead of, we're looking at the offense and we're like, well, is it Bryce? Is it the line? Is it both? We don't know.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know his true potential because we can't evaluate him because of our offensive line. So I mean, he's right on that, and but to try to put it on the defense that they've got to create turnovers. Yeah, that's your game plan every week. To me, that's a cop out. Don't try to blame the defense. You cannot get the offense going.
Man, when our offense is going, we end up either having a penalty or we have a sack. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong on 3rd down for us this season.
Yep.
He did it dead on the nail. We got to protect Bryce. So, like I said, we're going to have to sign some linemen, but definitely in the draft, they're going to have to be aggressive with that. I don't see nobody that's worth jumping back in the 1st round for, especially if we're going to get an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
So it's going to be more of the same, but from this game, I think it can translate us to getting a win versus Tampa. How do you feel about that?
I feel like if the defense plays like it did and the offensive play calling continues to where we're using our strengths, I see a game where it comes down to the final drive. We have a chance to win it, and then it's up to our offense to win it. But
now I'm gonna look at their depth chart. The Bucks lost today.
so somebody brought up a good point. With Chin coming back, what do you think about moving Luvu to the edge and moving Chin up so that you have Luvu opposite of Burns and see what they can do?
Put Chin on the edge?
No.
Chin is
No, put Luvu on the edge, move Chin up to the middle.
So so basically have Brian Burns, Luvu
on the edge.
Jeremy Chin. Who are you going to have as your other middle linebacker?
fuck whoever we got now.
You're gonna what? Deion Jones. So
Yeah,
we'll have a lot of speed on the field. Uh, do you think that?
Long, but for the most part,
Do you think that Chin can be able to hold up in the run?
I think so. I mean, Chen did a good job. I mean, past few years on coming up on runs. I mean, granted, he was coming up from some strong safety, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, what do we got to lose? Another game?
Man, he's coming back from what, a hamstring injury, just like JC.
Yep.
Now, if they wanna, I would be more comfortable with him. I say we let Deion Jones be in the middle, still move Luvu to the outside because Luvu was playing outside anyway before Shaq Thompson went down.
Yep.
That's the reason why he's playing in the middle now. So we already seen that, but
Yeah. So I mean, but I mean, again, this is the defense that doesn't really have many issues. I mean, our issues are with Dante Jackson right now.
it's just he's been playing good the last couple of weeks. He was due for a bad game, so
Yeah. I mean,
now if he starts playing now next weekend, we got Mike Evans. Hopefully, C.J. Henderson will be back.
yeah.
C.J. Henderson could have helped out today in this game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Not having him in the game hurt us big time. But I mean, that's just food for thought. I think. I mean, I don't think we got too many holes in the defense right now. I mean, I'd love to have a healthy Shaq Thompson back, but that's not going to
What you
happen
want
this
to, dude?
season.
Our middle linebacker Luvu's been killing it.
I know.
That's going to be another problem too. It's like, okay, so Shaq comes back, we have Luvu in the middle. We have we'll have the middle of our defense locked up, but we still need to get a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Derrick Brown ain't going nowhere. They need to put a statue in his honor for the performance that he's been putting on for these last 11 weeks.
Yeah. Like Derrick Brown's been the one consistent, one consistency we've had. You can count on Derrick Brown.
Yeah, man. I feel good. Honestly, man, I don't even feel upset that we lost the game. I actually feel pretty good. I feel like oh man, we're really building something. They finally said that, hey, we want to be competitive. Frank said, I want to be competitive. We
Yep.
were competitive. Now I don't like that what he said about the defense though. Don't take shots at Evero. Evero's keeping us in the game, man.
Yep. So I mean, it just goes back to our offensive line, man, which has been the story of, our. It's been the same. I mean, it's been the same story for 5 years. Offensive line, offensive line. We brought in how many quarterbacks, and they've all had the same issue. They can't get the job done, and some of them we didn't need to give a shot, but the common denominator here is our offensive line, and it's something we've neglected for. We thought we were addressing when we got Icky, but yeah, it's looking like a bad pick.
No, I got faith in Icky because you got to think of how good he looked when we run the ball first. I don't feel like we need to give up on him. I feel like if we feel like he's not the guy, then we need to use him up, and we definitely don't need to franchise. We don't need to pick up his 5th-year option.
Nah.
We need to. I'll say he's worth a team friendly deal.
Yeah, but he needs to. He's got to work on his pass protection because, man, it's like I'm not an offensive line guru, but it's bad. Like if I can point out it's bad, it's bad.
Dude, I think. Okay, and you can say I'm crazy and I be thinking too much into this. Man, last year Icky had 3 different quarterbacks. He had 3 different quarterbacks, and they all played up under center, and they all would yell. When's the last time you heard Bryce yell "hut" or anything on the dang on the field?
Yeah, I mean, you don't really hear any. You don't hear him check down or nothing.
Like, so if Icky all last year, what was it? PJ Walker, PJ Walker got a voice, Sam Darnold got a voice, Teddy got a voice, and then now you got Bryce. We're doing silent count or just snapping the ball off of him of his leg kick or whatever. I don't know what that's called, but you know what I'm saying when they do the little signal.
Yep.
And then you're putting Icky on an island. You already know he's not good at pass blocking, and then now you're setting him up to go off a cadence he can't hear.
Yep.
He has to go off the defensive player. Yeah, this was a disaster, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you go from, what I'm saying, white 80 Cam Newton type cadence to somebody not calling nothing. You're gonna have a problem with that, especially when the only time you had to do it was in situations where you was in a loud stadium. You
Yeah,
at a
and
home game.
throw it to get
It's not
back
even loud,
to-
and we have to do that
Yeah.
all year. That silent cadence, they didn't just add that in. We've been doing that all year because ain't nothing changed.
Nope. All right. Well, we've been doing this for about an hour and a half, and I need to get me a little bit of sleep before I go in tonight.
All right.
So I guess we're gonna end it here, and I'm gonna do another midweek on Wednesday.
Oh yeah. I'm
Update on the injury report. What and the big question is who's gonna play O-line this week? Are we gonna bring the long snapper J.J. Jansen in?
ain't he up under the tight end too?
Fuck, I don't know. He's not very big either.
Yeah. Hey man, knowing what we know now about the NFL, we played all the wrong positions.
Oh
We should
yeah.
have just been long snapper, punter, all that stuff. Like,
I mean, he's been doing it. He's 37. He's still long snapping. Like,
dude, he can, as long as that ball's getting back there, he gonna retire in like he gonna do 20 years,
yeah.
25 years.
I wonder what his career like career tackles. This man's been in the league for 16 years.
Hey,
All he does,
what I
all,
will say is this is we got a lot of injuries from this game. Hopefully Bryce's shoulder is okay. Even though he finished out the game, I don't want somebody thinking like he's trying to fake an injury or something if he comes out on the injury report.
Yeah.
Because we got a losing streak. If he comes on the injury report, people are gonna say he's faking it. He ain't faking it. He took an injury. He went off on the sideline. He didn't even get checked out by medical.
Yep.
And he finished out the game. So hopefully his shoulder's okay, and he plays in the next game, and we can build off this. But
Yeah.
we got another episode down on the books. I want to thank you for starting this with me. And we got more episodes to come, man.
Yeah. Hopefully a little bit better content. I'm working on updating the stream. Might get some video in the background.
Yeah.
It's all work in progress. But
Yeah, once the different camera angles come out on the game, I'm gonna start emailing it to you.
yeah. But yeah, we'll keep it going, and with that, we'll be back live Wednesday, whatever day of the week that is, because I'm the 29th, around 5 in the evening Eastern time.
Oh yeah.
And with that, we're gonna end it here. Got a little music outro. I can't find anything sadder to listen to. But I mean, it's another week done. Oh man,
Hey, we getting the dub next week, man.
Yeah,
I feel good.
Tampa Bay, we got a chance to beat them twice. We ain't played them yet. But with that, we'll holla at you in a few days. Get some sleep, lick your wounds, get ready for next Sunday. And we out.